I am sweating bullets in this sweater. Let's get into the video. Hey, what's up guys? It's Cher, and before we even start this review, I have to talk about something because it's something that's been getting on my nerves like the past couple episodes. I say that like there's been like so many episodes, there's been like 3. But every time I go in the Tumblr tag for Shadowhunters, literally all I see is millions and billions of GIFs of Malik. And I go on Tumblr to refresh myself of the episode before I make my videos, and it's really hard to get the entire episode because all you bitches want to freaking GIF is Malik, and that's not bad. GIF Malik all you want, but can y'all please GIF other parts of the episode? It's so hard now to find GIFs and videos and stuff of Dominic Sherwood after all of the homophobic slurs and whatnot. So like I never see Jace on my timeline anymore, and then I barely see Clary because most of her scenes are with him. I can't ever find gifs of Simon and Maya. Like, what did they even do in this episode? I don't know because Tumblr can't tell me because you guys won't GIF them, okay? GIF other things, okay? In this episode, we find out a lot of information. So the episode starts, there's a girl, her name is Morgan, she's walking down the street, it's dark out, and she's talking on the phone about like all the good things that she's gonna do in the world, and she gets attacked by the demon possessing folk and all that. But what she does is she pepper sprays the demon thingy with the fly head, and she takes off, and the cops happen to be driving by, and she's like, I just got attacked by this monster. So when the Shadowhunter crew find out about it, they come to her, and well, not to her, but they come to her aid, and they start to follow her around and make sure that she's gonna be safe because they know that they're gonna come after they know that the demon head is gonna come after her again. So they follow her to this club where like the party is banging or whatever. Isabel runs into the really cute doctor man from the episode of the first episode of this season, because I don't know how to speak apparently. We see her interact with him for a quick minute, but that's not really the whole aspect of the scene because eventually she does end up getting possessed once again by the demon head. And at the same time that she gets possessed by the demon head, Jace is nowhere to be found. Isabel and Clary are both looking for him. They're like, where's Jace? I hope he's with Morgan. Like, where did he go? And at the time that he is having these moments that he's out of time, he's actually having these weird dreams / vision things with Sebastian. And Sebastian is there, well, Sebastian / Jonathan, he's there and he's taunting him, and he can't tell the difference between what is real and what is fake. So he can't ever put his guard down. So every time he sees Jonathan, he takes off running after him, and he goes after him, and he's trying to like defeat him and fight him and stuff. And he tells Clary in the episode that he does believe that the demon head is Jonathan. So they go and they're going and they're trying to protect Morgan, but sadly they end up failing. The demon head is there and ends up possessing her, putting something in her. And Clary says to the demon head, show your face, Jonathan. And his head does a little click. And he's like, huh? And he takes off. And he's like, my name's not Jonathan, let me just run away. And I just felt the need to get that out of the way because that's like the main part of the episode that like really stood out to me. And they're trying to figure out who it is in this demon head. And we don't know what's going on. Like, no one has, it's a glamour. They find out because Morgan when she gets attacked, she sprays him with pepper spray. So he's not like a whole demon. He's like a half demon, like type of hybrid type of thing, because he gets affected by the pepper spray and he's like, oh, my eyes, it burns. So obviously it's not like a whole demon, because whole demons aren't affected by pepper spray, which is really interesting because I would pepper spray a demon, like if need be. The demon is Jace. He is the demon head. So this is my theory. Every time he has the idea that he's talking to Jonathan and he is fighting with Jonathan. He's having these weird dreams. They're not dreams at all. They're complete visions that Lilith is putting inside his head so that he doesn't know that he's being the demon head. And you can tell that he has absolutely no idea that it's him, because he was looking over all of the work and all of the surveillance cameras trying to figure out who the demon head was. He thinks the demon head is Jonathan because he has been having these visions. He's not telling anyone about them. So he's trying to figure it out, and that's why he thinks he's connected to Jonathan, is because Jonathan is the demon head. But in reality, I think that they're visions that are being put in his head by Lilith, so he doesn't know that she's doing Lilith's doing. That's what I'm thinking. If you guys have a theory, please leave your comments down below. And remember, I make completely unbiased reviews because I have not read the books. So I don't know anything that happened in the books, like the book version versus the show version. So I really don't know anything. I don't know as much as other people do, which is why I don't know that the Idris is capital city is Alicante and not whatever I said it was in the last episode. So, you know. No biggie. Now, while all that is going down, we have a few Malik scenes where Malik is preparing dinner and cocktails for Maurice, which is Mama Lightwood. Mama Lightwood is coming into town and she wants to have a dinner with the whole family, and that means Isabel, Alec, and Jace. But Isabel and Jace took off with Clary to help with Morgan. So it ended up just being Alec and Magnus because they threw it at Magnus's house. And she was super chill. She was so happy to see him. And she was like, my boys. And she was so excited, giving him hugs. She was asking for cocktails. And she's being really sweet, like a little overly sweet. They were worried, like all three of them, because they thought it was going to be about the divorce that she's having with their father, and they were like, it's for the best, it's gonna be fine, you know, no big deal. And so when they ask her about it, she's like, well, that's not what I'm here for. Like, I've made my peace with it, but actually there is a problem. I'm going to be thrown out of Idris and stripped of my runes. And the thing is, they were going to do that to Isabel, which is why this is almost kind of comical. And I said, I don't understand what the big deal is about getting your runes removed. Like, you can just go be like a mundane and just be chilling like a villain. And one of my viewers, they commented on it and were like, well, actually, no, you can go insane if you're stripped of your runes. And I was like, oh, shit. So, like, I didn't really understand why at the end of that scene, Magnus was like, so I guess I'll be seeing more of you then, like, in the city. And she was like, I sure hope so. And I'm like, aren't you gonna go crazy when they strip you of your runes? And there's so much of this show that I still don't necessarily understand. Like, I thought you just, when you get exiled, you just can't be like a Shadowhunter anymore. But if it leaves you with the opportunity to lose your mind and go a little bat crazy, then I feel like we should talk about it a little more. Like, I feel like there should be like some type of discussion. And Jace and Isabel still don't know because they were out with Clary. So I feel like we're going to see her in the next episode and she's going to explain it to them, and hopefully we'll get some more information. The whole scene with Raphael and his sister really broke my heart. I love Raphael to bits and pieces. I think he's a very interesting character. He's a Catholic vampire, and he has such a close relationship with his sister, even though his sister has some form of dementia or another form of like a memory loss type of disease that comes with like old age and things like that. And he always goes to see her. He always visits her. He talked about it a lot with Isabel in the last season, and we get to see them together, and he's crying and he's talking to her, and he's like, I did say goodbye to you. Like, I didn't want any of this to happen. I didn't want to leave you. And she ends up passing away, and he's really going through something. But Raphael is also being really shady. So there's like this woman in his basement, this young girl who's been going to Bleed Her Den since she was 16. Her name is Heidi. I don't know if she's a book character or just like an add-on that the show does, but we see her, and homegirl looks a little crazy. She's playing with her food. There's blood all over her. The scene was honestly really grotesque, and I really thought I was gonna throw up, but I didn't. I don't know what's wrong with this girl. And apparently Raphael has been burning her. I don't know what that means. If you do know what that means, please leave me a comment down below. I'm so confused, guys. I never know what's going on. He's been burning her, and he's been telling her that she can't meet her sire until it's time. And I'm guessing her sire means the person that changed her. And I think we talked about that briefly in season 1 with Simon, because he had a sire. His sire was Camille, right? I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like, educate me, because I don't know if I'm remembering that correctly. I wonder who her sire is, because if Heidi can't meet her sire right away and Raphael is holding her captive, like, for what? You know, like, what is he doing? He's planning something. He's doing something to this girl, because she was ready to leave, and she was like, I can make you make me leave, as if she could actually, like, beat up Raphael. And he goes like, okay, I can't stop you, but at the same time he stops her and he knocks her out. He puts something in her mouth and she goes unconscious. I don't know what any of it means yet. I'm very excited to find out. If you guys know anything about Heidi though, please leave me a comment down below, because I'm very interested in finding out like who she is like as a character. I'm actually really interested in knowing like who she is, what her tick is, if she was in the books or not, and if she's gonna be like a big deal in the show, like moving forward. Raphael and Isabel also had like a little moment. They were never together like officially, but I liked their friendship, even though they were both like using each other like for the high, like drinking Shadowhunter blood and the yin fi type of thing. Like, I understand why they should probably stay away from each other, but I feel like he needs a friend. He was crying basically this entire episode, the poor boy, and she told him that she would go to his sister's funeral and it was very important to her. He was crying and they were very upset, and there was this moment where he looked down at her wrist like he wanted to drink from her again, and she stopped it and she was like, no, you know, this isn't good, and he told her to leave, and that's when we ended up meeting Heidi shortly after. So did he want her to leave because the situation was awkward, or did he want her to leave so he wouldn't feed on her? The question is in the air, and we'll probably never know why. Simon is still hurting people. He ended up hurting Raphael when he was going to him for information about being a daylighter, which means he can walk in the sun. And because of the Seelie rune on his forehead, that's what I've decided to call it, the Seelie rune, because he went to Clary and Clary said it wasn't any of their runes. So he has a Seelie rune on his forehead, and he ended up attacking one of the members in the pack who had like a shattered hip and a broken foot or something like that. Like, he beat the shit out of him even though he didn't even touch him. The rune like affected it and like shot him backwards without Simon actually doing anything. So I don't know what that means. Like, I really wish I could and be like, so what that means is, guys, is this, this, and this. I don't know what it means. And he went to the Seelie court to try to figure out what it was, but he couldn't get in because it's under a lake. So he like jumped into the lake or the river or whatever it was, and he couldn't get in. He just got soaked, and it was very sad. And Maya was gonna go with him because she's very concerned for her boyfriend and she wants him to be okay and to be safe, but she also feels like he's making very reckless choices. She didn't want him to go in the first place. So when she got kicked out, I'm pretty sure she was very grateful that he did. And I just wonder what it means. Like, I wanna know what it means. If you guys know what it means, like, I'm not saying to give me spoilers, but you guys can, y'all can do a little spoiling. You feel me? Just a little spoiling. Just because, like, I like to be in the know. I like to know what's happening. That's all. That's all. And because of the rune on his forehead, he ended up attacking Raphael. And no one's asking Raphael what's wrong besides Isabel, and that bugs me. Because Simon goes to him for information. But it's obvious that Raphael is very upset, and he doesn't ask any questions. And Raphael was very nice to him in the beginning. So to see them, like, at this, like, crossroads is very awkward for me. I'm just like, let's not have this happen. But they're talking, and he's like, just give me the information that I'm asking for. And Raphael's like, not now. And Simon keeps pressing it, and he's like, go away. And he goes to attack him, and he like shoots him backwards, and like he flies up against a wall. His like shoulder is dislocated, and he like pops it back in after the fact. And then we find out from one of Raphael's people that Heidi is gone. I don't know what Heidi is doing. Maybe she'll meet Demon Jace. We'll see. Lilith is out there still like killing disciples. I think she wants 33 of them. And I don't know what that means. I don't know why. She's trying to raise Jonathan back from the dead. I don't know why. Is she actually his mother? I don't know. Is she just the mother to all demons? Probably. But that's what her goal is right now. And past that fact, I don't know what her goal could be. Besides to, you know, cause havoc. I don't understand what she's doing and what her plan is. But, you know, hopefully we can find out, you know? That's really all I gotta say on the subject. I just... What is Lilith's plan? I have no idea. That's all for today, folks. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to. It's all fun and games here, but I will say it is very important to me that you guys comment and that you like, and if you tell me you want something different from me, like what type of content, that's very important because I'm putting a lot of work and effort into these videos. Even though my camera is broken, I'm still trying to make it work. And if you guys aren't liking the content I'm putting out, I will probably end up putting out less content because sometimes it is very hard to post so many videos like every week or all the time. So it does get very stressful for me. So if you guys aren't liking the content that I'm creating, tell me what content you want to create. Share my videos, like show them to other people and see what they like and what they're not interested in, because my views have been going down like excessively like each week, and it's scaring me because I don't know what you guys want from me and I just want to make the best videos possible. So if you guys have an idea or something that you want to see, please leave that comment down below and I will be very appreciative towards that. So thank you guys for watching if you made it this far. I love you and I will see you guys next week.